Hi, this is Mr. Miller. Welcome to the latest and greatest video for geometry. This is video number 27, and today we're going to be talking about complements and supplements. Here we go. First off, complementary angles. Complementary angles are a pair of angles whose measure add to 90 degrees. They don't necessarily have to be connected. Let me get my pen working here. They can be adjacent, like these two angles right here, like this one and this one. They can be adjacent, but they don't have to be. They can be separate, like these two. The only thing that requirement for them to be complementary angles is that their measures add to 90. Here, 30 plus 60 equals 90, and 35 plus 55 equals 90. So these are two examples of complementary angles. As we've talked about in class, supplementary angles are a pair of angles whose measures add to 180 degrees. They could be adjacent. If so, they're called a linear pair. So 130 plus 50 is 180. Those are supplementary. But they don't have to be adjacent. They could be separated. 60 degrees plus 120 degrees is 180. So these angles on the left are supplementary. These angles on the right are supplementary to each other. Okay, here are some examples. For our first part of the problem here, we want to find two pairs of complementary angles. Okay, so we got to look for two angles that add to 90 degrees. So as I look around, this 20 degrees here, I could combine with 70 degrees and make 90. So one pair of complementary angles would be the 20-degree angle and the 70-degree angle. Those are complementary. There's another pair of complementary angles here. If we look, 40 and 50 add to 90. So 40 degrees and 50 degrees, those angles would be complementary. Okay, we want to find two pairs of supplementary angles. Supplementary angles add to 180. So let me look around. I got 110 here. And what would add to 180? Well, if I look, 110 plus 70 would add to 180. So these two angles I check marked would be supplementary. Their measures add to 180. So we got 110 degrees and 70 degrees. There's another pair here somewhere. So let me look. We got 140 degrees here. Oh, and 40 degrees. So 140 and 40 would add to 180. So those are supplementary angles. Okay, let's see our next example. Here we're given three angles, and if possible, we want to find the complement and supplement of each. Okay, so first off, 27 degrees. To find this complement, we got to do 90 minus 27, and I believe that equals 63. So its complement is 63 degrees. Okay, for its supplement, we got to do 180 minus 27, and I think we get 153 degrees. So it's 180 minus 27. Okay, so to find a complement of an angle, just subtract the angle's measure from 90. To find the supplement, subtract it from 180. Okay, so here we go. We have 64 degrees. So 90 minus 64 would be 26. So I did 90 minus 64 to get that. Okay, to find the supplement, we're going to do 180 minus 64. And I believe you get 116 degrees. That would be a supplement. All right, so far so good. Here we have a 130-degree angle. Well, a 130-degree angle doesn't have a complement because it's already greater than 90 degrees. There's no angle I could add to that to equal 90. And we don't talk about negative angles this year in geometry. So in geometry, angle measures are only positive. So there is no complement. So we'll just leave it blank. It does have a supplement though. If you do 180 minus 130, you get 50 degrees. So it supplements 50 degrees. Okay, what's next? All right, sometimes you'll be asked to complete a table. And we just kind of keep doing what we've been doing. So to find the complement of 35, you got to do 90 minus 35. And I believe you get 55. To find the supplement, you do 180 minus, oh, part of my answer disappeared there. And to find the supplement, you do 180 minus 35, which is 145. Okay, 71 degrees. The complement would be 90 minus 71, which is 19 degrees. And for the supplement, we got to do 180 minus 71, and we get 109 degrees. All right, for 84, the complement would be 90 minus 84, which would be 6 degrees. And for the supplement, 180 minus 84 is 96. Okay, 126. It's already greater than 90, so it doesn't have a complement, but it has a supplement. 180 minus 126 is 54, and that'll be 54 degrees. Okay, so those are complements and supplements. We're ready for our last type of problem here. The last type of problem we want to talk about are some word problems. All right, so these involve writing expressions for complementary and supplementary angles and solving equations. So these are a little bit more advanced, but no problem for you guys. You guys are smart guys. So here we go. The sum of the measures of an angle's complement and supplement equals 230. Find the angle. The secret to these problems is how you set it up. So we're going to let x equal the measure of the angle. So measure of our angle. And we're going to let me see, we got to represent the complement. The complement would be 90 minus x. Whatever our angle is, its complement is 90 minus that. So this is the complement. And the supplement would be 180 minus x. So that's the supplement. Now, for all these word problems, setting it up like this, writing expressions for the angle, the complement, and the supplement are key. And now we can just follow what it says. It says the sum of the complement and the supplement equals 230. So we got 90 minus x, that's the complement, plus the supplement, 180 minus x, equals 230. Okay, and then we can combine like terms and solve. So we get 270 minus x plus and another minus x is minus 2x equals 230. If we subtract 270 from both sides, we get negative 2x equals negative 40. And if I divide by negative 2, I get x is 20. The original angle was 20 degrees. And just as a check, its complement would be 70. Its supplement would be 160, and sure enough, when you add them, you get 230. So 20 degrees is our angle. Okay, let's try one more of these. Again, the same setup. The supplement of an angle is 10 times larger than its complement. So we're going to have the same setup as above, so I'm not going to copy that. But it says the supplement of an angle is, that means 180 minus x equals. It equals 10, it's 10 times larger than the complement. So that's 10 times the complement, and I need parentheses. Because I'm multiplying 90 minus x, all of that is the complement, I'm multiplying it by 10. Okay, we can solve this equation. It's just setting up, that's the hard part. So I get 900 minus 10x. I'm going to add 10x to both sides, so I get 180 plus 9x equals 900. Now subtract 180, so I get 9x equals 720. And lo and behold, if you divide by 9, you get x equals 80. And it's an angle, so I'm going to put 80 degrees. Wow, super. So just as a check, the complement would be 10 degrees. The supplement would be 100 degrees. And sure enough, the supplement is 10 times the complement. Okay. So it was, I think, totally easy until we got to this part, but you can handle this. It's all about how to set it up. All right, time for the journal assignment. So on the first one, copy the angle below in your journal. It doesn't have to be exact, just kind of make a sketch of the 110-degree angle and find its complement and supplement. Okay, and then complete a table here, just like we did in the video. So copy the table and complete the table. All right, and then one word problem for you. It says the sum of the measures of an angle's complement and supplement equals 140. Find the angle. Okay, good luck with all that.